All right. Good morning, everyone. People, good morning. Let's go ahead and start our class today. Yesterday, we were done with section number 7, 1A, AA, B, and C. Let's quickly revise, everyone. We started learning section number 7 yesterday. 7 told about what, everyone? Supply. Supply is what, everyone? The taxable event. Now, supply may we learn section number 7.1a. Section number 7.1a told what, everyone? All forms for a consideration in the course of business will be considered as supply. Then we learned about AA. What did AA say, everyone? Person other than individual doing an activity with the or members doing an activity with them for a consideration will be considered as supply. Then he learned about importation of service for a business, non-business. Both will be considered as supply. Then we learned about section number 7.1. C. We told about schedule 1. Schedule 1 mein how many paragraphs are there, everyone? 4 paragraphs. First paragraph told what? Permanent transfer of a business asset where ITC was taken on such asset, then it will be considered as supply. Then second one, everyone, supply between related person or distinct person in the course of your business. People, same state, separate establishment, separate registration is what, everyone? Distinct person. One state registered, another state registered is what, everyone? Distinct person. One state registered, one state not registered is what, everyone? Distinct person. Third, supply between principal and agent or agent supplying to the principal will be considered as supply, provided the invoice is in whose name? Agent's name. Can I go ahead, everyone? The last one over here is importation of service for a without consideration from whom and for business will be considered as supply. Are we all clear till here? Did you guys do the MCQs at home, everyone? How many of you did? Very good. Others? Others? What about it? See, Baba, I'm telling you anyways. Remember one thing, as only the pass percentage is 15-20. Correct or not, everyone? Why is the pass percentage very low? Because there are students who don't want to study only and think that the degree will come free of cost. It will not come. Baba, CA is not a difficult course. Trust me, it is not a difficult course. The problem is many students join it who don't want to ever study only. Many students will be like, sir, my papa told you do it. So they joined me. Now I don't want to study. I don't want to do CA. And they are not studying only. You getting my point? And that is why it looks like 100 may only 20 are passed. Remaining 80 are not studying. So if you are a student who is going to study properly and you want to make a career out of it, then you have to study. Others who are not studying, no problem. You are studying, you will 100% pass. Is my point clear to all? Clear? Revising properly, revising it, practicing question answers, doing MCQs, doing your homework at home are traits of a student who is going to pass because they are studying at home. Now, students who are not studying, you can't do anything about it. Can we go ahead, everyone? Let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. Now, tell me one thing, everyone. Importation of service. We learned two of them, right, everyone? Section number 7.1b and section number 7.1c. Section number 7.1b may be learned whenever it is for a. Section number 7.1c may be learned without consideration. So importation of service, supply is outside India, recipient is in India, and service has been provided in India. My question is, even if it is non-business purpose or business purpose, it will be considered as supply. Now tell me one thing, does GST get levied? Does GST get levied? Okay. And here also, importation of service without consideration in the course of your business from a related will be considered as if supply, then what will happen? GST will get. Once GST gets levied, who will collect and pay everyone? Whoever is the supplier. What does the supplier do generally? I am the shopkeeper. What will I do? I will supply the goods or service. I will collect the GST and I'll pay to the. Does it happen, everyone? Okay, I'll ask you. Here is the supplier. Here is the recipient. Here is the government. Chalo, I'll do one thing. I'll change little. Tell me one thing. Supplier generally go ahead and supply the goods or service. Correct, everyone? You will pay them for the value of the goods or plus you will pay them and they will pay the GST to the government. Do you guys agree with me? People, this shop is there. What did the shopkeeper do? He sold the goods to you. He will collect what? GST. He will pay the GST to the government. Does it generally happen? Does it generally happen? This is known as, okay, this is known as forward charge mechanism. FCM. Sir, what do you mean by forward charge? Listen, generally what happens, everyone? I will sell the goods. I will collect the GST. I will pay the GST to the government. Do you guys agree with me? My question over here. Tell me one thing. Who is the supplier when you have imported the service? Who is the supplier when you have imported the service? Arey, the supplier is someone who is sitting outside India. Do you guys agree with me? When you have gone ahead and imported the service, this supplier is outside. Supply is outside. Recipient is in. Service supplied to you. Service supplied to you in India. You are in India. He is outside. You went ahead and made the payment to him. Do you guys agree with me? Now tell me one thing. Do you think this supplier will collect the GST and pay to the Indian government? Do you think outside India will Pola person will take registration? Is GST levied on this transaction? Is GST imposed on this transaction? Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no? Now you tell me, do you think India ke outside wala person will collect GST from me and he'll pay to the Indian government? Just imagine. One US ka person is there, he gave the service to you in India, supply is outside India, recipient is in India, importation of service, you went ahead and paid him the consideration. Is it a supply? Is GST imposed? It means the US wala supplier who is there, he should take registration in India and he should pay the GST to the Indian government. Do you think he will take registration in India and pay GST to the Indian government? Yes or no? Why? He is outside India. He'll tell, hey, you do whatever. I will not pay GST. Correct or not, everyone? Government told we will do one thing. Whenever government has a problem, recovering from whom? Supplier. Government says, hey, recipient, you are in India, no? See, you will pay him GST. He will pay to me. Why so much headache? Do one thing. You don't make the payment to him. He will also not pay the GST to me. You pay the GST to me. Who will pay, everyone? Recipient will pay the GST to the. So whenever you import the service, do you think supplier will take registration in India and pay GST in India? But actually supplier should collect from me and pay in India, yes? But government says sometime it becomes difficult to recover from whom? Supplier, and hence government introduced reverse charge mechanism. Reverse charge, this is known as RCM. So generally supplier will supply. Generally what happens? Forward charge. Generally what happens? Supplier will supply the goods or you will go ahead and make the payment. You will pay the GST. Who will pay the GST, everyone? Your shopkeeper is there. He sold you the masala dosa. You paid him. You paid the GST to him. I am the shopkeeper. I will pay the GST to the government. Do you guys agree? But in reverse charge, what will happen? Whenever it is difficult to recover from the supplier, government says, Ramesh, supplier gave you the service. You made the payment. On this service, GST got imposed. But supplier, he will not pay. Government is telling it is difficult to recover from him, Ramesh. You pay directly to me. And sir, in this scenario, what will happen? Supplier will not pay. Recipient will pay the GST to the. This is government over here, and I will pay the GST. Are we clear, everyone? Is my point clear to all? What is reverse charge? Reverse charge means when recipient, R for reverse charge, R for who will pay, everyone, in reverse charge? Recipient. Is my point 100% clear to all? Now you tell me one thing, everyone. In this scenario, whenever you imported the service, GST got levied, everyone. GST got levied. Who will pay the GST? The person in India will have to pay the GST. Are we clear, everyone? Why, everyone? Why will the Indian person pay? Because it is not easy to recover GST from the. So why to pay him and he paying to government? I will directly pay to the government, and that is known as, everyone, louder, reverse charge mechanism. Everyone over here. Now you tell me one thing. GST will be paid under by whom? Here GST will be paid under RCM by all importation. Mein who will pay the GST? RCM mein who will pay, everyone? Do you guys agree with me? Now, everyone, I'll ask you one thing. You tell me one thing. I am doing business in India. Can I pay GST under RCM? Businessman, any problem, anyone? I am doing business, right, everyone? When I have received the service for my business, it means I can take registration and pay the GST under. I am doing business. I can take registration and I can pay the GST under. Do you guys agree with me? Recipient in India. I took the services from outside India and I have to pay GST under RCM. Can I take registration and pay? Any problem? No. But tell me one thing. For an example, importation of service for a consideration, my wife took it for my home purpose. My wife took the service for my home purpose. Is it a supply, everyone? Did GST get levied? Now, who has to pay the GST? My wife has to pay GST under RCM. Do you think you guys or my wife will pay GST under RCM? Do you think you will take registration? You imported some service from outside India. For an example, you wanted to go outside India to study. You took consultancy service from outside India. Supply is outside. People, everyone, supply is outside. Recipient is in. Service given in. Importation of service for non-business purpose is also a supply. Do you have to pay the GST under RCM? But do you think you will pay the GST under RCM? Do you think you guys will pay? Will you take registration? Do you know how to take registration? I'm here to teach you. But I'm telling, will you pay the GST under RCM? So government told, okay, recipient, whenever recipient is taken for non-business purpose, we will exempt it. Are we clear, everyone? And there is an exemption given. Government told we don't want it because grapes are sour. Anyways, we'll not get it. So government told we don't want the GST. People, now tell me one thing. I took services from outside India, importation of service, non-business purpose, whether it is a supply. Yes. Business purpose, whether it is a supply. Without consideration, business purpose related person, supply, not supply, or own establishment. It will be a. Do you guys agree with me? In all the cases, who has to pay the GST? In the exam, don't say extra. If they ask you whether it is a supply or not, you have to finish your answer here only. If they ask you whether GST will come or not, then you have to go ahead and say, yes, sir. Who will pay the GST? Under RCM. Are we clear, everyone? But in which case it will be exempted? Because will you pay GST under RCM? Will you guys pay for non-business purpose if you have taken some services? For an example, from outside India, you took some service. Will you pay GST under RCM or you'll say, forget it? Forget it. Correct or not? You will not take GST registration. So government told we will go ahead and exempt it. And hence the same thing over here. See, if it is for business purpose, will the business entity pay GST under RCM? Yes, everyone. Taxable under non-business purpose. Taxable, but it is. So will you have to pay any GST under RCM? No. Now you tell me one thing. In this scenario, what will happen? Importation of service from related person for business. Business entity will pay GST under RCM. Are we all 100% clear? Now, everyone over here. Here, we had a circular which I want to go ahead and discuss. Everyone, listen to me very carefully. Here, there is a circular. Chalo, let's go ahead and understand this circular now. Refer circular on interstate movement of conveyance between whom? Distinct person. Let's understand the circular. Everyone over here now. Tell me one thing, everyone. I want to ask you guys. This is my registered place in Maharashtra. This is my registered place in Karnataka. Okay, everyone. From here to here, if stock is transferred, will it be supply or not supply? It will be a. Everyone agrees to it. Okay. My question is, supposingly, Tatas have their factory. This is Tata ka factory in Maharashtra, and this is Tata ka showroom in Karnataka. Here they made car and they transferred the car from the factory to the showroom. What is it, everyone? Is car for them or car is stock for them? So, Baba, people tell me one thing. When the car is transferred from here to here, it is stock transfer. Will it be a supply? Supply between louder, distinct person. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Now, listen carefully, everyone. I want to ask you some question. You know SRS Travel, SRS Travel, travel company. Yes, everyone. And this is SRS Travel again. This is SRS Travel Karnataka branch. This is SRS Travel Maharashtra branch. Okay, everyone. What happens in SRS Travel? What happens in SRS Travel, everyone? Everyone on the board. What happens in SRS Travel? They have bus. Yes, everyone, they have bus. In the bus, one driver will be there. Correct, everyone? Uh, and passengers will be there. Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no? Now, my question to you guys, everyone over here. What will happen every day? The bus will go from here to here. Yes or no, everyone? And then it will come back from here to here. My question is, when the bus is going from here to here, you know what one officer told? Is Karnataka branch registered person? Yes. Is Maharashtra branch registered person? Yes. Are they distinct person? Yes. When the bus went from here, ding, 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 ding. Bus is what, everyone? Bus is movable property. Bus is goods. One officer told when bus is going from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu branch, this bus belongs to Karnataka branch. When bus went from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu, bus is supplied. It is a people. Is it a transfer from one distinct person to another distinct person? Is transfer also included in the definition of supply? Does supply also include transfer? So whenever there is a transfer, is the bus transferred, everyone? Okay, first of all, is the bus goods? Is it supplied? Let's understand. Supply says supply. It should be a supply between distinct. Without consideration, also it will be a supply. Do you guys agree? Tell me one thing. Did the bus go from one distinct person to another? Did the bus go from one distinct person to another? Was there any consideration? No consideration. Can you put it over here saying it's a supply? Supply means it's a transfer between distinct in the course of furtherance of business. Even without consideration, it will be a supply. So what the officer told everyone? That when the bus went from here to here, the bus is supplied from one distinct person to without any, and the and GST will come on the bus. Is the officer correct? Arey Baba, literally talking to bus is a movable property. When bus is going from one distinct person to another, it's a supply between distinct. Without consideration, also it has to be considered as supply. And supply includes the word transfer also. And it does not say 1 day ke liye transfer, 1 hour ke liye transfer. When the bus went from here to here, bus is supplied between distinct. So when the officer told when the bus went from here to here, I want GST. It's a supply between distinct person. Tomorrow when the bus will come back from here to here, again I will want GST. Again, when the bus is going from here to here, I want GST. Did you guys understand this point, everyone? But is it falling over here? Yes or no? People, are we 100% clear? Sure. It's a supply between distinct. Even if temporarily the bus went, but is it a transfer between distinct person? Is it in the course of business? The officer told bus is supplied from here to here. So now you tell me one thing. In every day, you will see travel companies ka lakhs of buses go from their one place to another place. Next day they come back, again they go, again they come back. Do you think every time they will keep paying GST on the bus also? So the government came up over here, and government GST council, which is there, they had a meeting on this. They told a matter is serious. Actually, the matter is falling over here, so it should become a supply. But then government came up with a circular, and government told whenever interstate movement is happening of conveyances between whom? Between distinct. On the conveyance, there will be no GST. It will be neither supply of goods nor supply of. My question is, when the conveyance, when the bus is going from here to here, is the bus supplied? Yes, but then they went ahead and clarified what, everyone? It will be neither supply of goods nor supply of. So my question to you guys, when the bus went, people, when the bus went from here to here, from the Karnataka branch to the, from here, the bus went from here to here. Is the bus supplied? What will you say in the exam? It is neither supply of goods nor supply of. Will GST come? No. GST will not come. Is my point clear to all, first of all? Secondly, people ask, sir, okay, fine. Bus is not supplied. But tell me one thing. Has the SRS Travel gone ahead and given some passenger transportation services? Are yes or no? You came to me. You told, sir, I am SRS Travel. You told, sir, you are over here, passenger. You told, sir, you are in the state of Karnataka only. Okay, everyone? I am in Karnataka, SRS Travel. You are in Karnataka. You told, sir, I want one ticket. I gave you one ticket and you gave me 1000 rupees. My question is, when I sold you the ticket, is it supply? It's a sale for a, in the course of my. So when I am selling you the ticket, will I charge you GST? Yes or no, everyone? On the bus, there is no GST. But uh, I'll write one more point over here. You write. On passenger transportation, everyone, will GST come? On passenger transportation, will GST come, everyone? Yes or no, everyone? This is just for your knowledge, I'm telling. Okay, additional point. Just for your knowledge, I'm telling you. So, where, bus pay, there is no GST. But is SRS Travel doing transportation services? On transportation service, will GST come? That is what is being told. So, when ticket is sold, on that GST will come normally. This I have additionally explained to you. Can I go ahead, everyone? Can we go ahead? Next. Chalo. Tell me one thing. Done writing? Done? Chalo. Everyone over here now. Tell me one thing. You know, Tatas make buses also. For an example, this is Tata ka factory. And this is Tata ka showroom. Tata sent one bus they manufactured over here. The bus was sent from the factory to the showroom. My question is, when the bus went from the factory in one state to showroom in another state, is the bus going from one distinct person to another? Is it a supply between distinct person? Will you consider it a supply, yes or no? Why? Here, bus is not a conveyance which is carrying passenger. Here, bus is what, everyone? Stock. And when bus is going from here to here, it is stock transfer. Are you guys able to understand? And hence, it's a supply between. Will you charge GST, everyone? Is my point clear to all? Why was there no GST on the first one, everyone? Because bus was going as conveyance. And on conveyance, GST Council clarified neither supply of goods nor supply of passenger transportation. Yes. Sir, if bus is going from the showroom, factory to the showroom, then for selling it further, Baba, why is it going from here to here? So that it can be sold it, so that it can be further supplied. Yes or no, everyone? To whom? To customer. My question is, when the bus is going from here to here, so that it can be sold further, will it be a supply? Yes or no? See over here, when the movement is for further supplying, means it's what, everyone? That time it is what? Can I tell that time it is a stock transfer? And when it is a stock transfer, GST will come. Are we all clear till here? People clear? Chalo, I'll ask you one more question. I love drawing. I will draw one thing. You tell me, okay, everyone? What is this? No, no, no. Yes. Our JCB machine. Yes or no, everyone? Now listen. These are known as rigs. Rig. Uh, Chalo, I'll tell you. For an example, crane. You know crane? These are known as rigs, cranes, etc. Okay. Do you know RMZ developer? Okay. RMZ developer is a developer in Karnataka. Okay, everyone. For an example, RMZ also has their branch in Tamil Nadu. Where do they have their branch, everyone? Now, in the Tamil, this JCB machine belongs to the RMZ developer Karnataka. They have a branch in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, they got a project to make a building. To make the building, they need this JCB machine. Okay, everyone. So, Baba, what will happen from the Karnataka branch? This is the Karnataka branch. From here, this JCB belongs to whom? This JCB machine from the Karnataka branch went to where, everyone? Why? Because the building has to be made. They constructed the building with this and then it came back. My question is, officer told what? When conveyance or cranes, rigs or cranes are going from one distinct person to another. Tell me one thing, is it going from one distinct person to another? My question is, is it a supply between distinct person? Without consideration also it's a, but then what is the clarification? That it will not be a no supply. It will be neither supply of goods nor supply of. Will GST come on this transaction? On crane, will you charge GST? No. Is my point clear? But tell me one thing. Have Karnataka branch ka crane been used by Tamil Nadu branch? Have I given them some services? Have I given them such service by allowing them to use my crane? I have not given anyone passenger transportation service here, but here I have allowed someone to use my crane. My question is, when I have allowed someone to use my crane, which is a distinct person, is it supply between distinct person? Is it in the course of my business? Will GST come on that? Yes. They are telling on crane, on no GST. But have Karnataka branch given Tamil Nadu branch some service? On the service will GST come? Why? It's a supply between distinct person. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? Sure. Everyone louder. Are we 100% clear? Next. Chalo, I'll ask you one more question. People over here, I'm teaching you two circulars together. Are we all 100% clear till here? Tell me one thing. We have a bus in Karnataka branch. Tamil Nadu branch ko, that bus. People, that bus went from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu carrying passenger. My question, on the bus will GST come? Louder. No. On passenger transportation will GST come? Yes. We have a crane. Crane sent from one branch to another branch. Distinct person. Is crane supplied? Louder. Will there be any GST on crane? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service, because crane is going and it will come back. It will do the work and come back. But have we gone ahead and done some work for my branch? When I have gone ahead and given some services to my branch, is it supply between distinct person? On the service which I have given the service to the on services which I have given to the branch, will GST come? Yes. Are we clear? Tata's made bus in one factory. Send the bus. People, Tata's made the bus in the factory. Send the bus to the showroom for selling it further. If bus is going from factory to the showroom for selling it further, is bus supplied? Bus pe GST will come? Yes. Are we clear? Cholo, I'll ask you one more question. This is SRS Travel Tamil Nadu. This is SRS Travel. This is SRS Travel Karnataka. You know what we did? We created one truck only. Why truck we created? We told in the on the road when the buses etc. are coming, going etc. No, so our buses fall sick. Yes or no? Suddenly you'll see on the road, bus ka tire has become puncture, or bus mein there is a issue and the bus is not working. You have seen or not, everyone? Now, this truck may they will keep all the tools, machine, etc. Okay, everyone? And you know what they will do? Supposingly, this is Tamil Nadu ka branch ka one bus. The bus was coming, suddenly the bus ka tongue has come out. Why? Bus has fallen sick. Okay, everyone, bus has fallen sick. Now, what will happen in this scenario? For an example, we have a truck which belongs to whom? It went dig, 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 dig. It did the repair. And after doing the repair, the truck came back. My question to you guys, everyone, when the truck went from Karnataka branch to the Tamil Nadu branch to do what, everyone? Repair. This truck belongs, this bus belongs to whom? And my truck, which had all the tools, etc., went from here to here. Is the bus supply? Is the truck supplied? Is the truck supplied? When truck is going from one branch to another branch, is truck supplied? Or it is neither supply of goods nor supply of service? Neither supply of goods nor supply of. So no GST on truck. My question to you guys: has Karnataka branch given some services to the Tamil Nadu branch? What service? Repair and maintenance service. On the repair and maintenance, because my truck gave some services to the Tamil Nadu branch. Have we given some services to them? On the repair and maintenance service, will GST come? So that is what is told. On repair and maintenance work, GST will come. Are we all 100% clear? Chalo, I'll ask you one question which is there in your book. 1 minute, everyone. People over here. Everyone over here now. Listen. Can you guys read question number 10? 1 minute. Spend 1 minute and read the question, everyone. Done reading. Everyone over here now. Gagan Engineering registered in is providing repair and maintenance services for heavy steel machinery. For carrying out the repair and maintenance, Gagan Engineering has what, everyone? Sends its container truck equipped with item like repair and repair equipment. So Gagan Engineering has what, everyone? They have a truck. In the truck, all the tools, etc. are there. Yes, everyone? Then consumables, tools, part from Haryana workshop to its own repair center registered in law across India. So what happens? This truck is going from Gagan Engineering ka one state ka registration supposedly is in Haryana, right? From Haryana, it is going to other state where it is having distinct person. And then it is telling where the client machineries are brought and being repaired. So what is happening? Supposingly, Haryana mein one branch, your truck belongs to whom, everyone? And supposingly, you have Maharashtra branch. In Maharashtra branch, this truck will go. This truck will go from here to here, and then it will repair the machines, which belongs to whom? Client. Are we clear, everyone? Then discuss the livability of GST on interstate movement of truck from the workshop Gagan Engineering in Haryana to its own repair center located in other state. My question is, when the truck is going from your Haryana branch to other branch, because other branch mein what is happening is, people listen, this is Gagan Engineering ka supposingly Maharashtra branch. Okay, everyone? What is Gagan Engineering doing, everyone? Gagan Engineering ka work is what? Repairing heavy steel machinery. So whenever any machinery issue is there, people get the machinery where? to the respective branch. Our truck will go from our place to that branch, do the repair work and come back. Is my point clear to all? My question over here, when the truck is going from Haryana, supposingly it went to Maharashtra, what is the leviability of GST? Will GST be levied on the truck? Louder. Truck is going and it will come back. But my question is, has there been some repair and maintenance service also provided? On the repair and maintenance service, will GST come? Yes. Let's read. As per section number 25.4, you don't have to remember so much. A person who has obtained more than one registration in one state or union territory or more than one state or union territory shall in respect of each registration be treated as distinct person. So if I have multiple registration in multiple state, it will become what everyone? Distinct person. Then as per schedule 1, people, this is the way you have to write. Specifies where activities are to be treated as supply even without consideration and supply of goods or service between whom everyone? Distinct person as specified in section 25. You don't have to remember as specified in section 25. You can make it simpler. As of, don't cut anything. This is the way you exactly have to write. If you don't remember also, it's okay, I'm telling. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. So, whenever supply of goods or service is done between whom? Distinct. When made in the course or furtherance of business is one of activities which are included in schedule 1. However, GST Council has recommended by what circular? You remember, everyone? It has clarified that interstate movement of modes of conveyance between distinct person. Baba, distinct person ka actually, what is a distinct person is told in section number 25.4. We will learn in registration chapter. But as of now, do you already know what is a distinct person? Next. Not involving further supply of such conveyance. It means whenever conveyance is going from one distinct person to another and it is not further supplied, then including truck carrying goods or passenger or for repair and maintenance may be treated as what, everyone? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service, and therefore GST will not be levied. Then, thus, in this case, interstate movement of truck from the workshop in Haryana to its repair center across other state is neither supply of goods nor supply of. I told you one additional thing, that when repair and maintenance services are given, that is simply GST will come on the repairs and maintenance service. But my question is, when truck is going from here to here, it is neither supply of goods nor supply of. Are we all 100% clear with this circular? Please tell me, only then I will go ahead, everyone. Tell me one thing, everyone. I'll close this discussion like this. When truck, bus, etc. is going from one distinct person to another as conveyance, neither supply of goods nor supply of service. But passenger transportation service, GST. Repair and maintenance service given, GST will come. Are we clear? But if bus, truck, etc. is made by one factory and transferred to its showroom for selling further on the truck, bus, etc., will GST come? Why? Because it is meant for further selling and it is stock transfer between distinct. Are we all 100% clear? Can we go ahead, everyone? Louder. People are not talking. You want to stand and talk. Everyone stand up. People get up. Everyone get up. Last bench, I can see you. Stand up, everyone. Everyone get up. People who are sitting, you want to sit down in the floor. I'll make you sit down in the floor if I tell you over here. Chalo, all hands up, everyone. Hands up. Mind the fan, okay? Hands down, everyone. Hands up, everyone. Hands down, everyone. Sit down, everyone. Everyone sit down. Get up, everyone. Huh? One guy was standing already. He's like, oh, suddenly everybody got up. I still did not sit only. Okay, stand up, everyone. Sit down, everyone. Sit down. Hands up, everyone. Up, 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 up. Go to the right, everyone. Right, right, right. Go to the left, everyone. Hey, my left is your right. Oh no. Okay, we'll do it once more time. Okay. I will tell wrong. You do right. Okay, everyone. Go to the right, everyone. Hey, you went wrong. You have to go to the left. See, I am going this side. Then you also have to go this side. For you, this side is what, everyone? You understood? You understood the game, everyone? Chalo, we'll do it. Up, 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 everyone. Go to the left, everyone. Hey, see, again, you went wrong. When I am going left, you have to go right because you are sitting in the front. Okay, fine. Can we go ahead, everyone? Chalo. People, first circular done. First circular done. Second circular, everyone done. Please come. Listen to me very carefully now. Everyone over here now. We learned section number 7, 1, A, B, and C. If your activity is a supply under section number 7, 1, A, B, and C, then your activity becomes a supply. Are we clear? Now, is my activity a supply? Yes. Now, whether it is a supply of goods or supply of, I will have to go to section number 7(1)(a), which says whether your activity will be supply of goods or supply of. You have to see which schedule, everyone. Schedule 2. Where did we learn schedule 1, everyone? Correct, everyone? Now they are telling section number 7(1)(a) may you have to section number 7(1)(a) says whether your activity is a supply of goods. First of all, tell me one thing. My activity has to be supply. Yes or no, everyone? Then only we'll see whether it is supply of goods or supply of. Now, whether my activity is a supply of goods or supply of service, where will I find it? The government told, please go and refer what, everyone? So in section number 7(1)(a), what is written, everyone? Whether your activity is a supply of goods or supply of service, please refer schedule 2. Now, if we go to schedule 2, if I show you over here, see, this is the section act, everyone. In the act, schedule 1 we already learned. There is one more annexure which is schedule 2. Can you guys see schedule 2? And schedule 2 says activities or transaction to be treated as supply of goods or supply of. So now we are going to learn how many paragraphs are there. See over here, 7 were there. Now it is only 6. Will we go ahead and learn all the 6, everyone? Yes. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go ahead, everyone. Whether your activity will be supply of goods or supply of service, that is told where, everyone? Schedule 2. Let's understand the first one. Transfer of title in goods. People, tell me one thing. What do you mean by transfer of title in goods? For an example, this is my mobile phone. I gave you the title, means I gave you the ownership. People, transfer of title means what, everyone? Giving the ownership. If I give you the ownership in my goods, I am giving you supply of goods or supply of service. People, if somebody gives you the ownership in something, one you went to one showroom, you told I want this bike. For an example, this bike. The bike ownership was given to you. They have given you supply of goods or supply of service. Transfer of title in goods is always supply of. Title means what, everyone? Are we all clear till here? Can we go ahead, everyone? Can we go ahead? Chalo, I went to one showroom. I told I want an AC. Okay? They gave me the AC. They sold me the AC. They sold me the AC. Ownership is mine now. They have given me supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods. Okay. You told me, sir, I want your bike. I told, okay, I'm selling you my bike. I gave you supply of goods or supply of service? Because when I transferred the title to you, the ownership transferred, it means I'm given you goods. Okay. Can we go ahead? You told me, sir, your bike is there now. Give me 2 days to use it. Zoom car gives you the car to use. They give you supply of goods or supply of service. It's written. You don't have to think only. Transfer of right to use is always a supply of service. We will learn it down. Can I go ahead, everyone? Whenever you give someone ownership, it is supply of goods. Whenever you give someone right to use, supply of goods or supply of service. Next. Transfer of right in goods. Can you guys see right in goods? or undivided share is always supply of service. Chalo, I'll explain it to you. Everyone tell me one thing. You remember? People, what is this? Our sweet JCB machine. Yes or no, everyone? Now listen. This JCB machine belongs to A, B, and C. Who are the three people who are the owners of this machine, everyone? A, B, and C. Okay, everyone? A, B, and now they thought they will buy the machine, so they bought the machine. Everyone contributed 30 lakh rupees, 90 lakh rupees. Mein they bought the machine for an example. Now what they do is they give the machine on rent, earn money, give on rent, earn money. Are we all clear, everyone? What is their work, everyone? Giving it on rent and earning. Now, people listen carefully. Now, be told, I don't want to do this business anymore. I want to leave and go. I want to leave and go. Both of you, please pay me 15 lakh rupees. I will give you the right which I have in the goods. Tell me one thing. Does this machine belong to A, B, and C, all the three? When B is leaving and going, B is telling, I will do one thing. The front portion which is there, no, I will take and go. Can he do that? He has some right in the goods, but that right is actually an undivided share. Can you divide the machine? Front person, I will take and go. Remaining, you keep it. Can you do that, everyone? No. So in this case, what happens? Whenever somebody has what, everyone? Baba, does B has some right in the goods? And that right is undivided. Can you divide it? So people, tell me one thing. When B will transfer his share to A and B will transfer his share to B, C, is he giving them goods or is he giving them service? Some right he had in the goods. If this right he is giving to someone, he is giving supply of service. You are not giving right to use. This some part belong to me. Yes, everyone. This part I gave it to you and I gave it to you. I told, okay, fine. My right, my people, do I have a right in the goods? My question, do I have a right in the machine? It is not right to use. It is my right in the machine. The machine belongs to me also, but it is not fully mine. There is little portion which is mine. Do you guys agree with me? So when I am leaving the organization and going, I will transfer the right to others. What I am transferring is right in the goods. I am not transferring the goods. Okay, tell me one thing. This entire machine belongs to me. If I transfer it to you, what it is? Supply of goods. But machine ka only part is mine. It is undivided share. And if I am giving the undivided share to you, I am giving you supply of goods or supply of service. So, Baba, this member, when he is leaving and going, he is giving supply of service to the other member. Are we all clear till here? That is what they are telling. Right in goods or undivided share when somebody transferred. See, Baba, I am not transferring the ownership in the goods. Ownership is belonging to all of us. But some right which I had, I am transferring to you. I am giving you supply of service. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Okay, tell me one thing, everyone. One simple example I'll give you. You are staying in a room. You are staying in a flat. Okay? You bought one television. You bought a. Now, you are leaving the flat and some other guy is coming. One student is coming. You told him, do you want the TV? And you sold him the TV. Can you tell me supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods or supply of service? Title is transferred, correct? Now, you were two friends who were staying in a flat and you had bought one television. You had bought one. Now, you are leaving that flat and going. You are leaving the flat and this television belongs to whom? Both of you? You told half I will take and go. Can you do that? Do you have some right in the goods? So that right, you told him, I will transfer you the right. You give me 5,000 rupees. You have given him supply of goods or supply of service. Are we clear? This was a general example, but this is a not business ka example. In the business, if this transaction happens, then, Baba, this is your general understanding ke liye I have explained it to you. But in business also, this transaction can happen. And that time it will be supply of goods or supply of service. Supply of. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. You went to one showroom, everyone, you went to one showroom, for an example, Maruti Suzuki, and you told, I want a car. For an example, we'll go ahead and take one example. Madam, your name? You only. This is Madhumita, everyone. This is Madhumita. Okay? Madhumita told Maruti Suzuki, I want a car. They gave her the car. But you know what, everyone? People, listen to me very carefully. The car was given on installment or hire purchase. It means every month she is going to pay the, you have to keep paying the installment, and only when you pay the last installment, the ownership will be transferred. So tell me one thing, people over here, when the car was given to you, that time they only gave you the possession, correct? Ownership was not given. Why? Was the transfer of title happening? But only possession was given. They told, sir, you keep using the machine, or madam, you keep using the machine, keep paying us the installment. When you pay the last, that time we'll go ahead and give you the. My question over here. Now people ask, sir, ownership is given in a future date only when the last installment is paid. It means Maruti Suzuki gave you a supply of goods or supply of service. Are you guys able to understand? But here you will see, first of all, have they sold you a car? Yes, but ownership was not given. You will tell everyone, I bought a car, I bought a car, I bought a car, but you are not the owner. Are we clear, everyone? In this scenario, tell me one thing. They have given you the car, and they have given you the car ke liye installment. They have given you a car is goods. Giving it on installment is a. Array, they told, sir, you keep paying us. Slowly, you can keep paying us. You don't have to pay us in one shot. Have they given you some service also of letting you use the machine, letting you use the car, and give the money at the end? Give slowly, sir, no problem. Have they given you goods also, and have they given you service also? Do you guys agree with me? Now, in this scenario, government clarified that whenever transfer of title is happening in future, title will be given, right? Ownership will be given. So whether ownership is given today or ownership is given in future, remember, hire purchase, etc. का case में always it will be supply of goods. So if you buy a car from Maruti Suzuki and you keep paying the installment, ownership will be transferred when? People, whether they have given you supply of goods or supply of service. Supply of goods. Are we clear, everyone? Can we go ahead, everyone? Clear? Next. People, land is what, everyone? Land. Okay, first paragraph is done. Can you tell me what did we learn in the first paragraph? Section number 7.1a, schedule. First paragraph, what did we learn? Transfer. Transfer of title is what, everyone? Is supply of goods. If I have some right in the goods, if I transfer the title in supply of goods or supply of service, can we go ahead, everyone? Are we all clear? Chalo. Now, please come to the second one. Everyone over here. Second paragraph says, people, tell me one thing. You have a land. Land is goods or service? People, land is goods or service? Immovable property is goods or service? Okay. If I give my land on lease, tenancy, I'm yet to explain you. Don't cut anything unless I tell you. If I give my land on lease or I give easement, what do you mean by easement, everyone? You remember, my home is over here, my office is over here, this is the land. I told you, please give me a path. That is known as easement. Right to ways is what, everyone? Easement. You allowed me to use the part of the land. So either you give the land on lease or you allow someone to use a part of your. So easement to occupy land is always supply of service. People, I had a land. I gave it to you on rent. I'm giving you goods or service. Louder. I had a land. I gave it to you on lease. Service. Rental is generally a term for less than 12 months, means up less than 1 year, and more than 1 year is lease. Are we all clear? I gave an easement on my land. Supply of goods or supply of service? Is my point clear to all? Okay. Building. I had a building. I rented out the building. Supply of goods or supply of service? Service. I went ahead and gave my building on lease. You will see buildings are given on lease also. I've given you supply of goods or supply of service. Letting out. Letting out means renting out of building is always supply of. So what did we learn? People, land and building is always renting, letting out, lease is always what everyone supply of. Sir, land and building is always service only. Land is also a service and building is also a service. When I give it on rent, lease, letting out, it will be a supply of service. Is my point clear? People, there is nothing to explain in this. They have just gone ahead and told what will be supply of goods and what will be supply of. Are we all clear? Now, there is one circular, refer circular on Pagdi system. Let's understand Pagdi system, everyone. What do you mean by Pagdi system? People over here. Let's understand what do you mean by Pagdi system. For an example, people over here, I have a home. I have a residential home which is there. Okay? One person came and told me, supposingly, I am Mr. Happy. Who am I, everyone? Happy. I have a home. Okay? This is Mr. Sad. Okay? Sad came and told me, Ramesh, I want to stay in your home. Can you allow me to be your tenant for lifetime and give me your tenancy right? Earlier, there used to be a concept of giving tenancy right. What do you mean by giving tenancy right? If I go ahead and give you the tenancy rights, it means now you are going to be my tenant for lifetime. I can't throw you out. People used to do what, everyone? See, I will not give you my building. I will not give you my home. But I will give you my tenancy and you will give me the tenancy premium. Means what you people used to do, no? They used to tell, okay, I'll give you my tenancy right. You give me 10 lakh rupees. People, I gave you my tenancy right and you give me what? 10 lakh rupees. Now you will be my tenant for lifetime. I can't throw you out only. I can't. Means tenancy right ka this document, no? They used to make one document, they used to pay stamp duty and they used to get it registered. That from today, for an example, Madhumita, I gave her the tenancy right. Now she will be my tenant for lifetime and I'll take money from her. Might be 10 lakh rupees. Are we clear, everyone? Is this point clear to all? This is known as what system, everyone? Pagdi system. Wherein one person gives his building ka tenancy right to another person for a tenancy premium. Now you tell me one thing. This Mr. Sad, can I throw him out of my building ever? Is the building still mine? Yes. But building ka tenancy means I can't give it on rent to anyone. I have given it to whom? Now Sad will be my tenant for lifetime. Is my point clear to all? What they are telling? My question, everyone. When I give someone my building ka tenancy right and I take tenancy premium, people ask one question to the government. People ask, sir, giving of tenancy right is a supply of goods or supply of service? You tell me, everyone. If my building ka or my home ka, I give tenancy right to someone, it is supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of? Are we sure, everyone? It's a supply of service. So that is the first clarification which is given. That, sir, giving of tenancy right, Pagdi system circular, please refer down, everyone, over here on the left hand side. Pagdi system means what? Whenever somebody transfers his tenancy right and takes what, everyone? It is always known as supply of. Is my first point clear to all of you? Can we go ahead, everyone? Then they are telling people one thing which I have to teach you here. Whenever one person gives his house on rent, people, whenever I'm giving my house on rent, if I am giving my house on rent, which house, everyone? Residential house. Supposingly you are going to stay in my house Remember always, if I am giving my house on rent to you and you are paying me rent of 10,000 rupees, people listen to me very carefully. If rent pay GST is there, is it a sale? Is it a form? Yes. Is it for a consideration? Yes. Am I trying to earn money when I'm giving my house on rent? Yes or no? Array, money earning means business. If I am giving my house on rent, am I trying to earn money? Yes or no, everyone? So whenever you are giving your house on rent, it means you are trying to do business. Do you guys agree with me? And hence, GST will, I have to collect the GST and I have to pay the GST to the. Do you guys agree with me? But then tell me one thing, everyone. Don't you think a person who is taking a house on rent, if I collect GST from him, 1800 rupees GST on 10,000 rupees, 18% GST, shelter will become expensive? Are yes or no, everyone? Shelter will become expensive or not? And government ka prime objective is what? Food, clothing, and shelter should not become expensive. And hence, government told whenever you are renting your house for what? Residential purpose, and you are collecting what? Rent. Please don't collect any GST. And you don't have to pay any GST. Why, everyone? Because giving your house on rent and collecting what? GST will make the house expensive, and hence there is no GST when you are renting a residential house. Are we all clear till here? Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, what they are telling over here, people will have more discussion on this. Tell me one thing. If I have a building and I am renting it out to one person for commercial purpose, and I am going ahead, first of all, is it a supply? Yes. Whenever I am charging him, supposingly I am charging him 1 lakh rupees, will I charge him GST also? Will I have to pay GST to the government? Yes. But if I am renting my residential house, is there GST or no GST? Exempted if it is granted. If you are granting tenancy right, people tell me one thing. In this case scenario, if I am giving tenancy right and receiving tenancy premium, if I go ahead and charge GST on this amount, don't you think for him the house will become expensive? And hence there will be no GST on this. Are we clear? Whenever you are renting a residential house, there will be no. You know what? I gave you my tenancy right and I collect tenancy premium. It is for which house, everyone? Residential house. Remember one thing, everyone. Renting of your residential house and receiving tenancy premium, never you will charge any. Yes, GST has been exempted. Along with this, no, people also go ahead. People also go ahead and collect monthly rent. Monthly, it means I gave you my tenancy right. People, I gave you the tenancy. I collected tenancy premium. I gave you the tenancy right and I gave collected the tenancy. On the tenancy premium also no GST. Plus, I will take monthly rental also from you. You are my tenant for lifetime. Do you guys agree with me? But along with being a tenant for lifetime, I will also get what from you? So I got bulk amount also, plus I will get monthly rent also. For an example, you are going to pay me monthly rent of 10,000. Tell me one thing, on the monthly rent, will I collect GST? Remember, on the monthly rent also no GST, on the tenancy premium also no GST. If it is for which property, everyone? Residential property. Are we clear? Chalo, I'll ask you. My question, everyone over here. This is my residential property and this is my commercial property. Commercial means, everyone, which I am renting out for commerce. For an example, this building which was rented out to us, it was rented out for residential purpose or commercial purpose? Okay. I am the owner of the property. I have one person, supposedly Ram. Ram came and told me, sir, please give me the tenancy right. Please give me the tenancy. I will give you the tenancy. Please give me the tenancy right. I will give you the tenancy. And I will also give you monthly. I'll also give you monthly rent. Is my point clear till here? People, tell me one thing. Giving tenancy right and taking tenancy premium, it is a supply of. Do you guys agree with me? It's a supply of. Sure, everyone. Anyone, any doubt with this? People, can we go ahead? But then government told GST should not be collected if it is for residential property. Again, I receive monthly rent. I should not go ahead and collect because it is for residential property. My question: if it's a commercial property, giving of tenancy right and receiving tenancy premium, supply of this will be a supply of. Will I have to collect GST? Will GST have to be collected or exempted? And here will I have to collect GST? Are we all clear with this point, everyone? Tell me one thing, everyone. If I am giving you my tenancy right and collecting tenancy premium, supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods or supply of service? If I am collecting it for my residential property, will GST come or exempted? If I am collecting monthly rent from you, on that GST will come or exempted? Exempted. Are we all clear? But if it is a commercial property, tenancy right as well as monthly rent, will GST come? Okay. Can I ask you last question? I gave the tenancy right to whom? Ram. Ram told, I am leaving the property now and going. And he told, I will give the tenancy right to Sham. Supposingly, Sham is his friend. He is telling, I will do one thing. You know what happens? Now he is leaving the property and going, no? He will sell this tenancy right to someone else. He will sell the tenancy right. People, I will talk about the first one first, okay? He will sell the, and he'll tell Sham, you know, I bought the tenancy right for 10 lakh rupees. You give me 12 lakh because today the value of the tenancy right is more. I want 12 lakh rupees. Are we all clear till here, everyone? My question to you guys, when tenancy right is given and tenancy premium is taken for 12 lakh rupees by this Ram sold the goods to Sham. My question is, when Ram is selling the tenancy right further, now who is going to stay in the property? Are we clear? Now listen to me very carefully. People over here now. People over here. When I give the tenancy right and I collect the tenancy premium of how much? 12 lakh rupees. Will GST come? Is tenancy right giving supply of service? Will GST come or GST will not come? Listen. When the owner gives the tenancy right, he is giving it to you for staying purpose. When you sell it further, you are trying to do business in the tenancy right. You are trying to do what, everyone? When I sell it to you and I'm people, don't you think I'm trying to do business? I bought it from you and I am telling, hey, you want tenancy right? I'll sell you. So don't you think I'm trying to do business? And hence government says here GST will come, GST will not be exempted. Tell me one thing. Ram is leaving the commercial property and going, and he gave the tenancy right to someone else, Sham, and took from him tenancy premium. My question is, will GST come? Yes, people over here now. See, giving tenancy right against tenancy premium is always a supply of. Exempted if it is granted for residential property when it is given to an unregistered. Sir, what if it is given to a registered person? We will talk about it. You guys are kids now. It will come in future. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Further selling. Further, if you sell it and take money, or you know what people do? People sell it back to the owner only and tell, hey, you give me 12 lakh rupees now. Otherwise, I'll not leave your property only. Are we clear? So whether I sell it to someone else or I sell it back to the owner, am I trying to do business? Government is selling, surrendering by the outgoing tenant who is leaving and going for a consideration. Always GST will come. Are we clear, everyone? Can I go ahead? Let me see if there is a question. I'll ask you the question and then all we will go ahead. 1 minute. People, everyone over here on the board, on the board, on the board. Mr. Happy has a huge residential property located at a prime location in Mumbai. So where is our people will draw Happy now? This is Mr. Happy. Happy has a property which is in Maharashtra, Mumbai. Okay, everyone. Then residential property. No, everyone. Residential. Okay, everyone. Then he lets out the first floor and second floor to Mr. Peace for residential purpose in April. Can you tell me, everyone? Mr. Peace. We'll draw Mr. Peace also. Okay. This is Mr. Peace. He's showing two of his finger. Peace. Take everyone. He is Mr. Peace. He is Mr. Happy. Baba, Mr. Happy. Take everyone. Now, he went ahead and gave his tenancy rights. See everyone. Mr. Peace. Okay, he has let out his tenancy. He's let out first floor and second floor to Mr. Peace for residential purpose. Mr. Peace surrenders his tenancy right to Mr. Serene for a tenancy premium of 10 lakh rupees. People, what happened over here? I gave him the tenancy right. He gave me the tenancy premium. Then he gave his tenancy right to someone else. Mr. Serene. And Serene gave what, everyone? Tenancy. See everyone. Mr. Serene gave the tenancy premium for how much, everyone? 10 lakh rupees. On 1st of June. Mr. Serene also paid the applicable stamp duty and registration charges on the transfer. When it was being transferred, no, there is stamp duty, etc. to be paid. That is also paid. Moreover, Mr. Serene has agreed to pay a monthly rent of 1 lakh to Mr. Happy. Tell me one thing, everyone. Mr. Happy is there. Now he is going to stay in the property. First, he was paying me the monthly rent. Now who will pay? Serene will pay the monthly rent. Next. Describe the taxability of the transaction in June. People, tell me one thing. When June pay, what happened? I transferred the tenancy right to whom? Serene. And Serene paid me what? 10 lakh rupees. My question is, when I gave the tenancy right to him, will GST come? Is it a supply of service? Next. Next. Everyone listen. Mr. Serene paid a monthly rent to Mr. Happy also. Tell me one thing. Has the owner given the house on rent to him, for which the owner is taking monthly rent pay? Will GST come or exempted? Why exempted? Because it is given directly to the owner. Are we all clear? People, remember, everyone over here now. Residential property owner. This is A and this is B. People, listen carefully. Everyone over here now. I gave the tenancy right. He gave the tenancy premium. He gave the tenancy right. He collected the tenancy. My question is, if it's a residential property, owner sold the tenancy right, took tenancy premium, GST will come or exempted? Okay. When I sell the tenancy right and I collect tenancy premium, GST will come or exempted? GST will come. Are we clear, everyone? Because when the owner is giving me, he's giving me the house on rent. But when I go ahead and sell it further, I'm doing business in the tenancy, right? My question to you guys, when I am paying monthly rent or he is paying the monthly, on monthly rent, will GST come? Here, no. Because it's a residential property. Here also, why no? Because it's a residential property. Are we clear, everyone? Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead? Chalo, I'll ask you the same question about a commercial property, everyone. What was given on rent is a commercial property. Can you tell me what will happen in this scenario? I gave the tenancy right. He gave the tenancy premium. Do you guys agree with me? I gave the tenancy right. He gave the tenancy premium. Again, I gave the tenancy right. Again, he gave the tenancy. Now, I will also give monthly rent. He will also give monthly. Any exemption or everything is taxable? Everything is taxable. Why, people? Because it is commercial property and government says when you are doing commerce, I will also do commerce. I will also want GST. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Everyone over here. Now, let's go ahead. This question ka answer which is there, no? You will not 100% understand this now. You will understand this after we are done with the chapter. But are we all clear till here? People, over here now, back to your chart book. Can you tell me what are the two things which I have gone ahead and told you? Number one, transfer. Transfer of title is always supply of goods. Write in the goods, supply of service. Title is transferred in future, then goods. Can we go ahead, everyone? The next one is letting out, leasing, or building or land is always supply of service. Baba, tenancy is always supply of tenancy is always the supply of service. Are we clear? And we learned Pagdi system. Now the third one over here is treatment or process on another person's good. What do you mean by this? Treatment or process applied on other person's good. People over here. This bottle is made by me. This bottle is made by me. Or I will give one simpler example. I made this table. Everyone over here. I made this table and supposingly, sorry, your name? Bharat. I gave the table to Bharat. Everyone, I told Bharat, you do the painting on the table, do the varnishing on the table, and give the table back. People, what did I do? I made the table. I gave the table to Bharat. I told, do the varnishing and give it the table back to me. Has he done some treatment on my table? Is the table belonging to him or table is belonging to someone else? Whenever you do any treatment or process on other person's goods, you are giving him a supply of service. Okay, I'll ask you one more question. For an example, madam, your name? Meghna. This is Meghna over here, everyone. This is Meghna, everyone. Okay. Now, I went ahead and told Meghna, Meghna, I made this bottle. Everyone, I made this bottle. I went ahead and told Meghna, I will send you the bottle. You do so I will do one thing, everyone. I will send the bottles to home. Meghna, she will do the painting and she will return the bottles to me. My question over here, when she returned the bottle to me, has she given me supply of goods or supply of service? Why service? 1 minute. When she painted the bottle, did she use paint? Yes or no? Array, when she returned me the bottle, she used a blue paint. Yes or no? This blue paint also she gave it to me. And she gave me some service also. Will you call it supply of goods or supply of service? They are telling whenever you do treatment or process on other person's goods, you are always giving him supply of. Might be when you are doing the treatment or process, something might be involved, some goods might be involved, but still always it is supply of service. Chalo, I'll ask you one more question. You know what happens? I am I am a maker of jeans. What do I make, everyone? Jeans pant. I send it to one person. You know what this guy does? He will take the jeans like this. Oh, jeans is bigger. Okay, no problem. We'll make the person little big. Ding ding. No, 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 no. Okay, take it. Now everyone over here. Now what he does on the jeans, everyone, whenever I send him the jeans, I tell him, see, I am sending you the jeans. I'm not selling it to you, I'm sending it to you. On the jeans, no, you put the button, you do the white here, little white here also little white. Okay, everyone, and you send it back. Has he done some treatment or process on my jeans? And he has given it back to me. He has given me supply of goods or supply of service. When he was doing all this cleaning and all, he used some powder also to clean. He has given me goods or service. Always remember, whenever somebody does treatment or process on your, it will always be a supply of. So it says, treatment or process on other person's goods is always a supply of service. Can we go ahead, everyone? Are we all clear? Can we go ahead? Next. Chalo, I'll give you one example of rethreading. People, in your textbook, I have one example over here. Page number 2.11. You don't have to go, you keep listening. Everything is there in your textbook. Aram se listen. People over here. You know, when tires become old, like this old tire, what will happen, everyone? We will put the rubber and make the tire new, and that is known as rethreading. For an example, we will go ahead and take one example. Whose example will take, everyone? Hey, where is Vignesh? Somebody told Vignesh. Okay, Vignesh, we'll take your example. Chalo, theek hai. This is Vignesh, everyone. This is car. and this is Vignesh in the car. Okay, everyone. Now, Vignesh is going to meet his girlfriend. Ding, 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 ding. Now, suddenly, Baba, he realized that his tires in the car, which is there, no, the tires in the car have become very old. Okay, so he stopped beside my shop and he told, sir, take out the tires in my car and do the rethreading. Put a new material on the tire and make the tire look like new. Are we clear, everyone? What did I do? I took out the tire, did the rethreading on the tire, and made the tire look like new. I have gone ahead and given him supply of goods or supply of service. Sure, I did treatment or process on my goods or his goods. So I've given him supply of service. Okay, everyone. Sure. Are we all 100% clear? Okay. Again, one more scene over here. This is who, everyone? Vignesh ka neighbor. Ah, Kushal. This is Kushal. Baba, Kushal was going to meet his girlfriend. Kushal reached my shop. He told, sir, there is no time. Take out the tire, put new tire, and let me go. I gave him supply of service or supply of goods. Are we clear, everyone? Supply of goods. But if I take out the old tire, do the rethreading, then I've given him supply of service. Chalo, I'll ask you one more question. People, do you remember this guy? You tell me 1 minute. Arey, who is this guy? Supposingly, this is me one day. What did I do? I took one bag like this. I went to the market and searched for all the old tires. I searched for all the on the I got all the old tire for 100 rupees, and on the tire I put rubber and made the tires look new. What did I do, everyone? I went to the market, bought old tires, and made new tires and kept it. Now outside my shop, now you'll see outside puncture shop, they will keep like this new old tires. They have done rethreading of that tires and kept it. Are we clear, everyone? Now what did I do? I did the tire look like new and I've kept it. Now what happened? Supposingly, Vignesh came. He stood outside my shop. He told, sir, my tires have become very old. Do one thing. Take out the tires of my car and put this rethreaded tire. Take out the old tire. Keep it. Give me rethreaded tires. Give me the new rethreaded tire. Tell me one thing. Am I doing a treatment or process on his goods? On my goods, only I am selling to him. I am selling him the goods. Is it supply of service or supply of goods? Supply of goods. Are we clear? But if your tires, I take it out, the tires belong to you. I just do the rethreading. Supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of service. Is my point 100% clear? Chalo. But selling of rethreaded tire is what, everyone? Supply of goods. See, I've written down this circular here that whenever supplier does rethreading for customer, it is always supply of. So if your tire, I did rethreading and it is looking like this, I've given you supply of goods or supply of service. Hurry, I use material also, no? I use labor, I use material also, gum, rubber. Still always it will be a supply of service. But supposingly, I am selling rethreaded tire, then it will always be a supply of goods. Are we all 100% clear? Can we go ahead, everyone? Sure? Chalo. Next example. People, have you seen bus like this or truck like this on the road? It is going on the highway. One driver will be sitting over here and he will be driving. Where is this snake? Okay. Huh. Take everyone over here. Have you seen a truck like this or a bus like this? You know where is it going? It is going so that it can make its own body. Are you guys able to understand? Whenever, whenever one company sells a bus or a truck, for an example, I want to buy a bus. They will give me the chassis. This is the chassis. And they will tell me, sir, we have given you the body, we have given you the engine. You make it and get the body done as per your need. If you want to make semi-sleeper bus, you make it. If you want to make sitting bus, you make it. If you want to make sleeper bus, you make it. But you get it done from someone else. Are we clear, everyone? Now, my question is, I took this chassis and came to you. And I told, do one thing, no. Put all the iron, steel, everything and make the bus ready. My question to you guys is, when I came with the chassis of the bus and told you make the bus ready, make the bus ready, I have given you supply of goods or supply of service. Whose bus was it? Your bus. I use 90% material, only 10% service, but still it will always be a supply of. Did I do treatment or process on your goods? Did I do fabrication on your goods? Fabrication is a treatment or process which I've carried out on your, and it's a supply of. Remember, bus ka bodybuilding, that is fabrication on the chassis which is provided by people. You gave me the chassis, I did the bus bodybuilding, I've given you goods or service. Arey, I give you iron, steel, seat, leather, steel. It will always be a supply of service. Chalo. I am Volvo company. I am, you know what we do? We only make the chassis, we only make the bus and sell the complete bus. On our chassis only, we do the bus ka bodybuilding and we sell the complete bus. Supply of goods or supply of service? Remember, my own chassis, if I am doing the bus ka bodybuilding and supplying the bus, it is always supply of. Are we all 100% clear? Can we go ahead, everyone? Clear? Can we go ahead? People, tell me one thing. What are the three paragraphs I've told you till now? Section number 7.1. A. If there is a title, goods, right, service, transfer of title in goods. Second one, land and building lease, letting out is always supply of. Baba Pagdi system you already understood here. Then I told you treatment or process on other person good is always a supply of. Here we learned rethreading of tire. And what did we learn? Bus ka bodybuilding. Are we all 100% clear, everyone? Bus ka bodybuilding. Can we go ahead, everyone? Are we all clear till here? Okay, 2 minutes break you want. Take a 2 minute break. 8:30 to 8:35 we start again. Don't go here and there. 8:30 to 8:35 we start. Talk and finish. People sleeping will be made to stand. No sleeping in the class. I'll pause the video. We'll start in 3 minutes. Everyone break over. Let's continue. People over here now. Now there's a fourth paragraph over here. Fourth paragraph goes ahead and says, tell me one thing, everyone. Permanently, if I go ahead and transfer my business asset, I went ahead and gave it to someone. Supply of goods or supply of service? Simple. Transfer of business asset. If you permanently transfer or you dispose it of, people, I permanently gave off my business asset. Projector, I gave it off. Supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods. If you put it for private use or make it available for non-business use. For an example, if I go ahead and tell you, what is it telling everyone? If you put it for private use or make it available for non-business use. For an example, in my business, I bought a car. People, what did I buy? Car. Now, for an example, the director ka daughter ka marriage is there. And director told me, sir, please give me the car for 10 days. No, I will pay 10,000 rupees. I gave the business ka car to whom, everyone? Director. And he gave me how much? My question over here, whenever you temporarily transfer your business asset, will it be a supply of goods or supply of service? See, what is it telling over here? If you permanently transfer, it will always be a supply of goods. But if temporarily, if you put it to private use or you make it available for any non-business use, always remember it will be a supply of service. For an example, we bought the projector for using it in our business. One of my staff told me, sir, give it to me for 1 day. We will go ahead and use it for our cricket match. One cricket match will come, no? So we will watch, everyone will sit and watch. Next day, I will give it back to you. I will give you 500 rupees. My question over here, have I made business asset for non-business use? Have I given the business asset for non-business use? Supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of service. Are we all clear till here? Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, the next one over here. If business assets which are there are transferred at the time of closure of business, it will always be supply of goods. People, listen. This is my business. Okay, everyone, this is my. Supposingly, I am a seller of shirts. People, I am a seller of. Everyone over here now. You know what happened? I bought shirts. I bought shirts. For an example, I bought 100 shirts. 100 shirts I bought for 10,000 rupees. GST paid 10%, which is 1,000 rupees. Are we clear, everyone? How much input tax credit I have? How much input? Now, I sold, supposingly, 50 shirts. How many shirts I sold? 50 shirts I sold for 10,000 rupees. 100 shirts I bought for how much, everyone? 10,000. But 50 only I sold it for how much? Very good profit, correct? GST 1,000. Can you tell me what will be my output tax liability? What is my input tax credit? How much will I pay to the government? Are we all 100% clear? I will pay to the government zero. Now you know what happened. How many shirts are lying with me? Now what is government waiting for me to do? So to sell that 50 shirts, collect GST. Input is not there. So total amount I have to pay to the. Do you guys agree with me? When I will sell this 50 shirts, so for an example, I sold the 50 shirts for 10,000 rupees again. And GST is 1,000 rupees. Can you tell me what will be my output tax liability? What is my input tax credit? How much will I have to pay to the government? You know what I did? I told shutter close, let me go home. I will take all the goods home only. I closed down my business. You tell me one thing, if I close down my business, is government having a loss? Government is telling Ramesh, you will close your business and you will take all these shirts where? Yes or no? If I take all the shirts home, government is telling Ramesh, your act is what, everyone? It will be deemed to be supply of goods and I want. How much GST do I have to pay? That 1,000 rupees GST I have to pay to the. Is my point clear to all? My question to you guys, everyone over here, people. My question to you guys, if I go ahead and permanently transfer my business asset, I gave up my projector to one charity. Goods or supply of service? Louder. Goods. Temporarily, my business asset, I gave it to someone. Service. I closed my business and I took all my assets home. Supply of goods. If I close my business, projector taken home, TV taken home, laptop taken home. Will government go ahead and charge me GST? Yes or no? Government is telling Ramesh, I gave you the input tax credit so that you do more and more business. You earn GST and you give it to me. What did you do? You went in and took all the assets home. I want GST. And whenever you close your business and take your assets home, you have to pay GST. And that is what is told at the time of closure. If you transfer your business asset, it will always be a supply of goods. It is deemed, it is not actually a supply of goods, but it is deemed to be. A deemed means assumed to be supply of goods. Next. But there are two exceptions. Let's understand this exception. Everyone over here. What is the ultimate objective of the government? Government wants GST. Correct, everyone? So I will explain you one thing. Listen. I am going ahead and doing business. I am doing business. I bought 50 shirts. I bought supposingly shirts. And I went ahead and took the input tax credit. Supposing 1,000 rupees ka credit is there with me. How many goods are there? Okay, all these shirts are lying with me. Okay, everyone? Did I take the input tax credit already? Yes. Now what happened? Supposingly, I closed down my business. I was a registered person, yes or no? That is why I took the input tax credit. If I close the business and take all these assets home, what it will be, everyone? Deemed as supply of goods and I have to pay. The ultimate objective of the government is what, everyone? Collecting GST. I gave government one solution. I told government I'll do one thing. When I am closing down my business, no? When I am closing down my business, don't deem it to be supply of goods. You want GST, right? Government, you want? I will do one thing. I will transfer the business to my friend. The whole business will be taken over by whom, everyone? My friend. I will transfer the business to my friend, for an example, so I transferred the business as going concern. You know, going concern, everyone. Person will come or go, business will keep going. So I told my business, which is there, I will leave my business, but who will start carrying on my business now? So now my friend will go ahead and carry on the business. Sir, do one thing, no? I told the government, sir, do one thing. Tell my friend he will take registration and he'll become a registered. When he is, all this stock will go where? Now he will do business. Yes or no, everyone? He will sell, he will collect GST, and he will pay the GST to you. Is that okay? Is government getting GST on these goods? Yes or no? Is government getting GST? So government is telling if at the time of closure you transfer the business to your friend, when you transfer the business to your friend, you will transfer all your assets also. You will transfer all your. You don't have to pay any GST, not required. Why? Because ultimately, what will happen? When he will sell, he will collect the GST and he will pay the GST to the. Did the government get its GST? So government told Ramesh, if you close down your business, everyone, if you close down your business, take all the assets home, it will be a supply of goods and you have to pay GST. Do one thing, transfer your whole business to your friend, anyone. Are we clear? You transfer your whole business to someone. I will tell him to take registration. He will collect the GST and pay it to me. So when he is selling it, he will collect GST and give. My question is, when I give the assets to him, will GST come? When I transfer all the stock assets to him, will GST come on that transfer? No. Remember, there will be no GST. It is exempted. It is what, everyone? That is what is being told over here. That there is an exception. If you transfer the business to someone else, going concern, then remember, will it be a deemed supply of goods? Will this be a deemed supply of goods? Or there will be no supply at all? Why? Because I gave it to someone and that person is going to carry on the business. He will collect the GST, he will give the GST to the. So when I transfer the business to him, there will be no GST. Is my point 100% clear? Can I go ahead? Chalo. Tell me one thing, everyone. I am a registered person. People over here, I am a registered. I bought shirts for an example. I went ahead and took all the shirts over here and I've taken the input tax. Now I went ahead and closed down my business. Closing the business means it is deemed supply of goods and I have to pay. When I am taking all the assets of the business home, I have to pay GST. Do you guys agree with me? Now you think one thing, everyone. For an example, I did not go ahead and take all the assets home. I am telling I am not going to do business anymore, but my business will be carried out by my representative. For an example, I went ahead and told from today, my business will be carried out by Bharat. Who will carry out the business, everyone? Bharat. And Bharat is telling, okay, sir, I will take GST registration. I will sell all your goods. I will collect GST and give it to the government. So it is like I've given the business to whom? Bharat now. So when you give the business to your Bharat, when you give the business to Bharat, now who will collect the GST and pay to the government? Bharat will collect GST and pay it to the. So my question is, when I close my business, when I closed the business, I told now I am not going to do the business. Bharat is going to do the business. Will it still be deemed to supply of goods or not supply of goods? Why? Now he will collect the GST and pay to the. So when I give him all the assets and liabilities, will GST come? No. And that is what they are telling over here. If business is carried on by whom? Representative. You gave it to your representative and he is already a taxable person, means he's already a registered. Then Baba, tell me one thing, everyone. People, you don't have to write registered person. As of now, you think taxable person means what, everyone? Registered person only. We'll talk about it in registration ka chapter. But as of now, you think I gave the business. People, my question. If I close my business, take all the assets home, supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of? I went ahead, closed my business. People, I went ahead and closed my. No, I went ahead, closed my business, but now my business will be. I am not going to do business. Business will be carried out by whom? Representative. or I gave someone my business only as going concern. Now this person will collect the GST and give to the government. My question is, when I give him all the assets and liabilities, will GST come or GST exempted? Why exempted? He will sell, he will collect, and he'll give it to the. Are we all clear with this point? Can I go ahead, everyone? Now, people, tell me one thing. What did I teach you in the section number 7, 1A? Transfer, I taught you. Second one, land and building. Third one, treatment or fourth one, transfer of business, permanent transfer, temporary transfer. When you are closing your business, deemed to be supply of, but it will not be supply of goods if I give my business to someone else as a going, or he is a representative who is already registered. He will collect the GST and pay. My question is, when I give him the business, will there be any GST or no GST? No GST. Are we all clear till here? Now the next one is the fifth paragraph. Fifth paragraph says that all these activities always will be supply of service. Can you see over here? There are 6 activities which will always be a supply of service. What are the 6 activities? Everyone here. Number 1, renting of immovable property. People, renting of immovable property means land and building, but it's already covered. Then why did they again write renting of immovable property? Array, immovable property does not mean only land and building. For an example, anything is attached to the earth is also immovable. I'll give you one example. Land may, this telecommunication tower is there. This tower belongs to Reliance. This is Airtel. This is Airtel ka owner. He told, sir, Reliance, please give me the tower on rent. Reliance gave its telecommunication tower on rent to whom? Airtel. Is it supply of goods or supply of service? Telecommunication tower is attached to the supply of goods or supply of service. Are we all clear? Can we go ahead? Next. I'll give you one more example. People over here now. Everyone over here now. You remember immovable property? Land is immovable. Then benefit out of land is immovable. Anything attached to the earth is also immovable. Anything permanently attached to the earth is also immovable. People, anything permanently attached to the earth? Okay, land, benefit out of land, things attached to the land, and anything attached to what is attached to the land is also immovable. Tell me one thing. Now, if this tower I am renting out to someone, supply of goods or supply of service? Building, anyways, we have understood. Chalo. I have one machine which is there. Okay, everyone, this machinery is attached in my building. Movable, immovable. Now, this machine I'm not using. There is spare capacity which is there. There is spare capacity which is there, wherein I am not going ahead and using the machine. My question to you guys, everyone, this machine, if I am allowing someone to use, I am renting what, everyone? Immovable, supply of goods or supply of service? Next. Second one, I am cutting, you don't cut anything, okay? If I am doing, people, supposingly, you went ahead and told me, sir, make one building for me. I told, okay, I will go ahead and do what, everyone, for you? Construction. You give me 10 lakh rupees. Are we clear? Baba, constructors will be there who will come and do construction for you. Are they giving you goods or are they giving you supply of service? If I do construction of your building for you, I am giving you goods or supply of service? Simple it is. Construction of a complex building, etc., is always a supply of. Might be. When I was doing the construction for you, I would have. Okay, I'll talk about it later. Okay. This is clear till here. If I do any construction for you, supply of goods or supply of service? Next. You know IPR, everyone, IPR? Intellectual property. What is IPR, everyone? Intellectual property. Meaning, you tell me, Baba, not full form. What is IPR? Copyright, trademark, patents. Okay, tell me one thing. All these are goods or service? Service. Control. Now, do you tell me one thing? Immovable property is what, everyone? Land, benefit arising out of land, things attached to the land, anything which attached to what is attached to the. Now you tell me one thing. Is all this falling in all the four? If all these are not falling in all the four, it is movable. If it is movable, it is goods or service. So copyrights are what, everyone? Trademarks are what, everyone? Goods. Are we clear, everyone? Is my point clear? Are they immovable? Are they anywhere immovable? Are they movable? Anything which is not immovable is movable. If they are movable, they are. Now you tell me one thing. I have a copyright on my book. I have a copyright on my. You came and told me, sir, you sell me the copyright. Not give it to me for use. You sell it to me. I'm selling you goods or service. I'm giving you the title of goods, and that is supply of goods. Do you guys agree? You told me, sir, I am a printer. Give it to me. I am a publisher. Allow me to use the copyright for 2 years. I gave you temporarily my copyright, supply of goods or supply of service. I gave you temporarily to use my copyright. I'm giving you a supply of temporary transfer or allowing someone to use your copyright is always what, everyone? IPR. IPR means what, everyone? Which is like copyright, trademark, patents, etc. Tell me one thing. If I permanently sell my patents to you, louder, supply of goods. But if I temporarily give it to you, supply of service. Next. You know software, everyone? IT software. Okay. IT software. People, listen. One is pre-packed software. Pre-packed software. One is customized software. And one is upgradation of software. People, listen to me very carefully. What do you mean by pre-packed software? You will see in the market, you will go. You can buy a software which is there in a CD. You buy the CD, go home and install the software. Correct, everyone? That guy, when he's selling you the software, it is always supply of goods. Selling a pre-packed software is the supply of goods. Customization. Now, this was not told. This I have told you additional. I told one company, I want you to develop one software for me for accounting and give it to me. For an example, Reliance told one company that we want you to develop a software for us and give it to us. Have the company given them supply of goods or supply of service? When you develop a software and give it to me, are you giving me goods or are you giving me service? Why is it important to know whether supply of goods or service? Because rate of tax on goods and rate of tax on supply of service is different. So tell me one thing, if I develop one software for you, I'm giving you supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of service. Tomorrow you told me, sir, the software which you made, no, we want you to upgrade the software. I gave you upgradation. Supply of goods or supply of service? Are we all clear? Chalo. You went to the market, you bought one CD made Tally ka software. Supply of goods or supply of service? You told Tally, I want you to develop a software for me and give. They are giving you supply of. You had Tally, you told Tally, can you upgrade the software for me? They are giving you supply of goods or supply of service? Are we all clear? So remember one thing, if anyone does development, upgradation, etc. of what software, everyone? It will always be a supply of service. Are we all clear till here? Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Everyone over here now. The next one over here is E point. Can you see this E point, everyone? This E point, let's go ahead and understand the E point. What are they trying to tell you? Everyone ready? What is E point telling? Agreeing to the obligation. Agreeing to the to refrain from an act. R for refrain. T for tolerate. Or A for to do an act. People, listen carefully. If you are going ahead and agreeing, if you are going ahead and agreeing with someone that, sir, I will refrain. I will refrain. Okay, chalo, I'll tell you. I'll give you one example for this. Everyone over here, Everyone here now. I will refrain. What do you mean by this? For an example, I taught you GST. Madhumita told, sir, we learned GST so well. Now I'll open one institute in front of you only. I told, see, Madhumita, don't do it. I will give you 5 lakh rupees. Tell me one thing. Has she given me a service? Baba, what is the service she has given? She is refraining from doing something. It means if you are not doing something, that is also a service. Are we clear, everyone? Can we go ahead? So if I am not going ahead and doing something, that is also a supply of. Are we all clear till here, everyone? Next, tolerate an act. What do you mean by agreeing to the obligation to tolerate an act? I'll do one thing, everyone. For this, no. For this, there is a circular which is there in your book. For this, there is a circular which is there in your book. We will read the circular and then we'll go ahead. Please come to your book, everyone. In the last page, here, page number 2.19, everyone. Page number 2.19. Page number 2.19, everyone. Page number 2 point. Everyone here. GST applicability on liquidated damage, compensation, penalty arising out of breach of contract. People here. Applicability of GST on payment. This one you leave it. Everyone over here. Are we learning the E paragraph, right? So we are going to understand about the E paragraph. E paragraph says agreeing to the obligation to refrain from an. What do you mean by agreeing to the obligation to refrain from an act? Agreeing to the obligation that, sir, I will not do this. One example is non-compete agreement. For an example, I told Madhumita, don't go ahead and open an institute in front of me. Has she given me a supply of service? And I have paid her 1 lakh rupees for an example. People, was there an agreement between me and her? And then, have I made her the payment? Yes. There are two things which are important. Number one, there should be an agreement to refrain. Number two, I should have paid the consideration. Only then it will be a supply. Is my point clear to all? Next. Builder. Chalo, I'll go ahead and talk about this. People over here. There is one society over here. There is a society over here. Okay? I am a builder. I am a builder, not bodybuilder, Baba. What builder? Real estate builder. I make building. I've got a clearance that I can make a building with how many floor? 5 floor. How many floor? Now 1 floor, 2 floor, 3 floor done. Now if I make the other 2 floor, what will happen? If I make 6 floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I make this 3 floor, the sun is here. There will be no sunlight which will come to this apartment. Do you guys agree with me? So this apartment ka people came and told me, sir, don't make 3 more floor. We will give you 3 crore rupees. My question is, did I agree to not do something? Did they pay me a consideration? There are two things important. Number one, there should be a agreement to not do something. Okay, sir, I will not do this. You pay me money. Then have I given them supply of goods or supply of service? That is what they are telling over here. Agreeing to the obligation to refrain. Chalo, we'll understand the next one. Is this point clear? Next. For an example, people over here. There is one school here. This is a school. And supposingly, this is my factory over here. This is my factory. And factory may big machines, etc. There. This is a machine. Okay, everyone. And there is a lot of noise which comes out of the machine. Now, the local area ka municipality, there is no problem because I've got the clearance that I can operate the machines over here. But the school has a problem. Whenever I start the machine, the students can't listen to the teacher only because so much noise is there. So the school told me, sir, please don't operate the machine between 9 to 12 o'clock when our school is going on. We will pay you 5 lakh rupees. So people, I agreed. I agreed with them that I will not go ahead and operate the machine from 9 to 12 and you pay me 5 lakh rupees. My question is, have I agreed to refrain from doing something? Have I agreed to refrain? If you agree to refrain from doing something, you are giving a supply of. But listen to me very carefully. If I agree to refrain and I receive a, only then it will be falling in supply ka definition. Are we clear? Baba, section number 71C mein though this transaction is not falling. To fall it under section number 71A, say supply for a, it should be an act for a consideration in the course of your. Are we clear? Now, I am going ahead and running a factory. My business is to run factory. But in the course of my business, I told, okay, I will not run the factory for 3 hours. I will charge 5 lakh rupees. And it is, people tell me one thing, is it an activity I'm doing for you? Is it for a consideration? It is not my business to not run factory, but is it in the course of my business? Yes. And hence it will become a supply. And when I am collecting the money, I should collect GST also from them. My question is it supply of goods or supply of service? Is my first point clear to all? Agreeing to the obligation to refrain. Now let's take the next example. Agreeing to the obligation to tolerate means you should have first agreed that I will tolerate and then consideration should have come. Only then you have given a service. So let's understand the second one, that agreeing to the obligation to what, everyone? Tolerate an act or situation. People, actually, this fifth paragraph is there, no? Which we are reading now. This paragraph, E paragraph, is a big paragraph. What is the name of the paragraph? See, like this. Agreeing to the obligation to refrain from an act. Agreeing to the obligation to tolerate an act or situation. Agreeing to the obligation to do an act. What is the full name, everyone? If I agree to tolerate, if I agree to refrain, or I agree to do something for you, I am going ahead and giving you supply of goods or supply of service. Now let's understand the next one over here. Agreeing to the obligation to tolerate an act. Can you tell me what do you mean by tolerating an act? Chalo. This is my shop over here. Okay, everyone. In front of my shop, one pani puri wala. You know pani puri, everyone? Are, yes or no, everyone? The pani puri wala every day comes and stands in front of my shop. Now you tell me, because he is standing in front of my shop, don't you think my shop ka road is getting blocked? So I told him, hey, I will go ahead and tolerate this act of yours, but every month you should pay me 500 rupees. My question over here, have I agreed to tolerate? Yes or no? And then he has gone ahead and given me 500 rupees. My question is it a supply of service by me to him? It is not my business to tolerate you, but is it in the course of my business? Yes or no, everyone? Is my point clear to all? Let's move to the next one over here. Agreeing to the obligation to do an act. People, tell me one thing. I'm teaching you guys. I agreed I'll teach you, and you paid me 10,000 rupees. My question is, have I done an act for you? Did I agree to do an act for you? Did you pay me the money? Is it a supply? Supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of. Whenever you are doing anything for anyone, any act for anyone, you are doing a supply of. Chalo, one example is there. For an example, this is one apartment over here, big apartment. ठीक है, white color का building. White color का building is there. There is one factory over here. The factory has a big chimney over here from where smoke etc. come out, and the smoke will come and fall on the apartment, and this building is becoming black. So building ka association which is there, they went and told these people, sir, can you put one big cover on this so that the smoke when it comes out, there is no damage to our building. They told, okay, sir, we will do it. We will do it for you. We will do the act for you. We agree. But you have to pay us 50,000 rupees. My question over here, have I agreed to do something for you? Have I given you a supply of service? Are we all clear till here, everyone? Can we go ahead? Now, actually, what happened in the past, because of this point, that agreeing to the obligation to refrain, agreeing to the obligation to refrain, tolerate, or to do an act, refrain, tolerate, or to do an act is always a supply of service. There were a lot of dispute. There were a lot of dispute, and hence we are reading this circular. This circular, which has been given by the CBIC, is basically there was a lot of dispute. I'll give you one example. People tell me one thing. Everyone over here, supposingly, who is this? This is Bharat. This is, and this is Bharat ka girlfriend. Okay, everyone. Now Bharat and Bharat ka girlfriend are going. Baba Bharat. Bharat is wearing one no helmet. Bharat is wearing no. He is going on the way. Who will come, everyone? He took out his whistle. Hey, stop. This is police, Baba, policeman. Okay, he stopped him. Now he told, okay, he should reach also, no? Okay. Now Bharat reached over here. Policeman stopped him. Where is your helmet? Where is your helmet, madam? He told no helmet. Police wala told him, I give a fine of 500 rupees. Yes or no, everyone? Tell me one thing. Everyone, tell me one thing. Why did the government charge you a fine of 500 rupees? Because government has tolerated your act of not obeying the rules, and that is why you paid how much? Do you guys agree with me? Are we clear? My question is, when they are collecting 500 from you, have they given you a supply of service? Has the government given you any service for which they are collecting 500 from you? Now, the dispute was over here, that has the government given supply of service for which has the government tolerated an act of not obeying the traffic rule, and because of that they are collecting 500? Yes or no? But was there an agreement between you and the government that, sir, I will not follow the traffic rule? I will not follow the traffic rule, and then I will go ahead and pay you a fine of. People always remember, first of all, there has to be an agreement that I will tolerate. Tell me one thing. Did the government do an agreement with you that we will tolerate, don't follow the traffic rule, and then we'll collect 500 from you? Yes or no, everyone? Tell me. Has the government done an agreement with you? Don't follow the traffic rule. Agreement. I will take only 500 rupees. Has the government done such an agreement with you? Remember, just because you paid 500 rupees and there was no agreement, it is not a supply of service. Government never gave you any. It is just that you have given what, everyone? 500 rupees to the government. Now, when you pay 500 rupees, there will be no GST. Tell me one thing. On the road, beggar is there. You gave him 10 rupees. Has the beggar given you any service? Has the beggar given you any service? When you give him 10 rupees subject to GST. Merely, okay, I gave one person 100 rupees. I told, sir, keep it. Did he give me any service? He did not give me any service. I just gave 100 rupees to one person. My question over here, has he given me any service? Always remember one thing. First of all, there has to be a service which is given, and then you should have gone ahead and given the consideration. Only then it's a supply. In the same way, first of all, you should have what, everyone? An agreement. What agreement? That I will either refrain, or I will tolerate, or I will do an. And then that person should have gone ahead and given you the. Only then it will be a. Are we clear? My question to you guys, the police wala over here, traffic police wala, ठीक है everyone, sir over here, he went ahead and caught you on your bike. Tell me one thing, did he have an agreement with you that I will tolerate your act of not wearing a helmet and you give me 10,000 rupees fine? Did he ever do an agreement like that? So my question to you is, whenever government receives this 10,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees fines and all from you, is there any supply of service? No. So this 10,000 rupees which has come, will there be any GST on this? Remember, GST is a tax on supply of goods, or when there is no service only, just mere if I have received some money, government received penalty, fine from you, 500 rupees, will GST come on that? No. Are we clear, everyone? And government clarified the same thing. Government went ahead and told people over here now. Government went ahead and told there are some more example. People, there are some more example of such cases in service tax, and GST department has raised what? Demand on liquidated damage, all this thing. Let's go ahead. People, They are going ahead and telling for anything to come under supply, there must be two things. See everyone. There must be an implied, expressed or implied agreement or contract. Above three activities must be done under an. It means I should have an agreement to tolerate. I should do an agreement with you to refrain, or I should do an agreement that I will do this act for you. And you should have paid me the consideration. Only then it will become a supply of service. Are we clear, everyone? Can we go ahead? If I don't have an agreement and you just paid me 10,000 rupees, my question is, have I given you a supply of service? Louder. No. So that is what they are telling. See, everyone, there all the three activities. All three activities means agreeing to refrain, agreeing to tolerate, agreeing to do an. Always should be done under an. Above three activities must be done under an agreement or contract. Whether the contract is express or implied, whether it is written contract or it is express contract. To what? To fall within the ambit of 5E Schedule 2. In other words, one of the parties to such agreement or contract, the first party must be under a contractual obligation to either refrain or tolerate or to do. It means, first of all, I should have an obligation wherein I have told I will do this for you. I will tolerate it or I will not do this. And then, secondly, what they are telling everyone, consideration must flow in return to this contract. Means further some consideration must flow in return from the other parties to this contract or agreement to the second, from the second party to the first party to refrain, tolerate, or to do an act. My question over here, everyone. I should have gone ahead and done an agreement with you. What? People, quickly tell me. I should have done an agreement with you. What? That I will tolerate, or I will refrain, or I will do an act. And you should have paid me the. Only then it will be a supply of. Are we clear, everyone? Now, there are some examples which are there. There are some examples which are there. See, although at intermediate level, not very important, but they have given in your ICI material also. You never know, out of this example, one example will be picked up and given in the exam. Are we clear, everyone? And hence, we have to rate this. See, everything can't be very easy. Do you guys agree with me? Everything can't be that it is very easy, aram se we understood. Some things might take two times to read. One time we will not understand, but there are two times we read, we will understand. I'm there, no, but don't worry about anything. Aram se relax. Till now, do we remember everything? Don't worry, this chapter is very easy. We will understand everything. Can we go ahead? Now, the first point over here is liquidated damage. What do you mean by liquidated damage? Listen. I went ahead. People over here. I went ahead and supposingly Madhumita is there. I went ahead and told Madhumita, Madhumita, you have to go ahead and supply me the goods. Madhumita told, okay, sir, I will supply you the goods. I told Madhumita, the goods should come to me by 31st of December because from 1st of January onwards, my sale will start. So goods should reach to me by what date, everyone? So please go ahead and supply by 31st December. If you don't supply, people, Madhumita told, okay, sir, if I don't supply by 31st December, I will go ahead and pay you. People, everyone listen to me very carefully. What is Madhumita telling over here? She told, sir, I will supply the goods by what date? I told Madhumita one more thing. If you don't supply by what date? 31st? You have to go ahead and pay me 1 lakh rupees as liquidated damage. What is liquidated damage, everyone? Liquidated damage means because you did not give me the goods by 31st, you gave me the goods supposedly 10 days late. These 10 days, will I have any loss because I could not make the sale? To compensate for the loss, you will have to give me how much, everyone? 1 lakh. And that is known as liquidated damage. What is liquidated damage, everyone? Liquidated damage is because you did not go ahead and do something to me on time. You did not go ahead and give the goods to me on time. I had a loss. To compensate that loss, you are paying me 1 lakh rupees. Are we clear? Now I put this 1 lakh rupees in the agreement saying, hey, Bharat, if you don't give me the goods on time, I'll charge you how much? 1 lakh rupees what? Liquidated damage. People, listen to me very carefully. Did Bharat agree to me that I will not go ahead and supply the goods on time and then you charge me 1 lakh rupees? Baba, what is liquidated damage? I am going ahead and putting 1 lakh rupees in the contract because I don't want him to delay. Do you guys agree with me? Array, I don't want him to. And that is why we have gone ahead and put 1 lakh rupees so that he gives me the goods on time. My question over here, you know what happened? I received 1 lakh rupees from him. People, I received because he did not give the goods on time. I received 1 lakh on time. Now the problem over here is officer is telling on this 1 lakh GST will come. I told it will not come. Officer is telling Ramesh, you tolerated him because he did not give the goods on time and you got 1 lakh rupees. I told officer, listen, I should have a agreement. Did I do an agreement with him that I will tolerate your act? You don't give me the goods on time and I will charge you 1 lakh rupees. Or did I put 1 lakh rupees because I don't want to tolerate? I don't want him to give the goods on late. I don't want goods to come late. And that is why we have put 1 lakh. Yes or no, everyone? People, in the agreement, why do people put this saying, if you don't give the goods on time, I will charge you 1 lakh rupees? So that the person delivers on time. Or it is like, I have done an agreement with him. Hey, don't give the goods on time and give me 1 lakh rupees. But people, I want the goods or I don't want the goods? I want the goods. Correct or not, everyone? So did I ever do such an agreement with him? Why did I put liquidated damage? So that he gives me the goods on time. Now my question is, if I receive liquidated damage, did I ever have an agreement with him that I will tolerate, don't give the goods on time? I never had such an agreement. Yes or no, everyone? So whenever I receive liquidated damage, there will be no GST on liquidated damage because I have not gone ahead and given any service. It is just a mere flow of money. So whenever in business may, this 1 lakh rupees will come for an example. Will GST come on that 1 lakh rupees? Louder. No. Are we all 100% clear? People got it? Shall I repeat? Got it, everyone? Can I go ahead? Next. So first one was liquidated damage. People, liquidated. I've written down the circular ka summary here. See. First of all, you should do an agreement that you will refrain, tolerate, or to do an. Plus, there should be always a. Only then it will be supply of. Number one, example. Liquidated. They are not the desired outcome of a contract. I don't want that you don't fulfill the contract. I want the contract to be fulfilled. It is only a compensation for the injury suffered due to breach of contract. Because you did not give me the goods on time, whatever loss I have, for that you are giving me 1 lakh rupees. It's a compensation. It's not a consideration. What's a consideration? I gave you a service. For that you give me a consideration. What is compensation? Just mere flow of money. And they are mere flow of money and they do not constitute what, everyone? And they are not taxable. Are we all clear, everyone? Can we go ahead? People clear with the first one? First of all, what are the things you should have? You should have an agreement to refrain, agreement to tolerate, or agreement to do an, and then money should come. Only then it will be a supply. Chalo, I'll give you the next example. Check dishonor. Everyone over here. All these ka detail me, whatever I'm telling is written over here. Tell me one thing. I am the supplier. I am the Bharat gave me a check. I told if the check gets dishonored, no Bharat, I will charge you 10,000 rupees fine. My question is, have I agreed with him that I will tolerate that your check gets dishonored? Or I want the check to get honored? Array, supplier wants his check to get dishonored so that he can collect fine. Is that my work? Or why did I put 10,000 rupees ka fine? So that the person does not give me bogus check. Yes or no, everyone? So that he is scared. Do you guys agree with me? Or I have told, I will tolerate your act of giving me a bogus check. And for that, if the check is bogus, I will charge you 10,000. Is that the case? Or a supplier always wants his check to get honored? Checks to get honored. So is there any agreement to refrain, agreement to tolerate, or agreement to do an act with him? or the 10,000 penalty which I am charging him is just a compensation. It's just a because I don't want the check to get dishonored. Are we clear? Sure, everyone. So my question is, when check gets dishonored and I get 10,000 rupees, will there be any supply of service by me to him? Will GST come on that amount? Louder. See, the supplier never agrees to deposit fake check and telling I will get penalty. Ah, ha, ha. You give me fake check, I will deposit and get penalty from you. I will charge you penalty. No, no, no. It is not a and it is not taxable. People, are we 100% clear with this too? Chalo, tell me one thing. You were going in a bike. Traffic police caught you. Traffic police, has the police done an agreement with you? Okay, I am the traffic police. I told you, hey, give 500 rupees. I took 500 rupees from you. People, is it compensation or consideration? Did I go ahead and give you a service? Ah, ha, ha. People, there can be no agreement like this for violation of law. Can you do an agreement that you violate the law and I will charge you 500? Baba, has the government done such an agreement with you that government will tolerate your act and you have to pay 500? Has the government done? So my question over here, when the police wala is just taking 500 rupees fine from you for violation of law, it is compensation or consideration? Will GST come on that amount? Penalty for violation. Laws are not framed for tolerating their violation. Why are laws made? So that you don't violate. Or government is making the law so that you violate and give penalty. It is not for violation. There is no agreement between government and the violator that such violation is allowed against penalty. And hence, if any penalty is charged by the government because you violated the law, on that penalty GST will not come. Is my point clear to all? Chalo. Next, everyone over here. Forfeiture of salary. People, all this which I am telling, no, all these are written in your book, okay? Whatever I am talking over here, everything is written in your book also. What I am telling, if after I am gone taking the classes, if you want to read something, you can go to a textbook and read. Everyone over here now, tell me one thing. Liquidated damage. Will GST come? No. Then check dishonored charges. No. Penalty for violation of law. Government collected from you 10,000 rupees penalty. On 10,000, will the government charge GST? Next. Forfeiture of salary or payment of bond in the event of employee leaving before minimum agreed period. Everyone listen. For an example, Madhumita's neighbor. Yes, madam, your name. Divya. Divya. Divya joined my organization. I told Divya, if you leave the organization before 6 months, I will charge you 6 lakh rupees. Bond amount is how much? 6 lakh. Or I will go ahead and forfeit your 1 month ka salary. I will not give you 1 month ka salary. My question over here. Why did I put such thing in the agreement? Because so that she does not leave it. Or it is that I am ready to tolerate her act of leaving, and that is why I am charging her bond amount. I am okay. Am I happy that employee will go and I'll get bond amount? I am there so that employees stay and I make them work. Or I am there that employees come, sign agreement, you leave, I will take money from you. People tell me one thing. Have I agreed to tolerate? No. Or I am telling I don't want to tolerate such act. Yes or no, everyone? I don't want to tolerate such act, and supposingly now Divya left the organization and went. Then what will happen, everyone? She paid me 5 lakh rupees. Will GST come on that 5 lakh? No. Is there a supply? Is it a supply of service by me? No. Or it's just a mere flow of money? No. Is it a compensation or consideration? Compensation. Compensation. Everyone here. Provision of forfeiture is incorporated to discourage non-serious candidate to take up employment. It is not a consideration for tolerating the act of premature quitting, and hence it is not taxable. Are we clear with this? People, you're getting this? Very easy circular, correct? It's just that one thing you have to understand, that are you agreeing to tolerate? Are you agreeing to refrain? Are you agreeing to do an act? And if what is coming back is a consideration. If you do something for someone and you receive consideration, then will GST come? Yes. But if you are not agreeing only and some compensation comes, taxable, not taxable? Not taxable. Chalo. People, late payment, surcharge or fees. People, late payment, surcharge or fees. Chalo, I'll tell you. We'll finish this and then take a break. Okay, everyone? Now, late payment surcharge. You went to, chalo, we'll do one thing. You went to pay telephone bill. Okay, this one. ठीक है. 1, 2 and 3 you will understand actually because principal supply no, this I am yet to teach you. Where, sir? This I am yet to teach you in section number 8. Once I teach you, then I'll come back and talk about these three also. But tell me one thing, everyone, are we clear with this, that first of all there should be an agreement to, obligation to refrain, tolerate and act, and then what should come from you? Only then it will be a supply. Consideration came, then it's a supply. If I receive compensation, then there is no supply. I've already told you, people, in this one, I've told you that there are 3 more points to discuss. I will discuss at the last. Don't worry about it. Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, there is, okay, my car is there. People over here, everyone. Everyone, tell me one thing. My car is there. I gave you my car to use. Okay, I sold you my car. Supply of goods or service? I gave you my car to use. Supply of goods or service? Transfer of right to use goods is always supply of. Did we already discuss this? Now, the last paragraph over here. People, listen to me very carefully. I will explain you the meaning of composite later. You don't do anything. Following supplies will always be a supply of service. Restaurant. You guys already know. What is restaurant? I serve food. This I have already told you. I am serving food. You went to a self-service restaurant. 99% food, only 1% service. There is no service. Pick up your plate yourself, put the plate yourself, everything is your work. 99% is food. Supply of goods or supply of service? Always still supply of service. You went to a 5-star. 5% food, 95% service. Supply of goods or supply of service? Restaurant is always supply of service. I am a caterer. I put my catering ka stall in your shop, in your marriage. I am giving a supply of goods or supply of service? Arey, food is goods, no. But still always supply of service. Are we clear? Let's understand the last one, works contract service. Everyone, what do you mean by a works contract? What do you mean by works contract? Tell. Material and labor. Okay. Here. People here. Works contract definition is there in your page number 2.1213. Listen. Arey, it is there in your book. Don't worry. See. Works contract means a construction of contract for building, construction, fabrication, completion, erection, installation, fitting out, improvement, modification, repair, maintenance, renovation, alteration, commissioning of any immovable property. Listen. Where transfer of property, whether as goods or in other form, is involved in the execution of such contract. People, listen to me very carefully. I told you to make this building for me. You only give the material, you only give the labor. You are giving me a works contract service. Are we clear? I told you in my building, for an example, this is my building, one small corner is broken. You only give the material, you only give the labor and get the repair work done. So people, works contract service means what? Contract for building, construction, fabrication. I told you this iron cast rods which are there in the window. I told you only get the iron rod. You put the iron rod with your labor and fix it to the building. Remember, fabrication, completion, erection, any installation if you do for me, I told you, you only get the lift, you only get the laborers and install the lift for me. You are giving me a works contract service. Are we clear, everyone? Then fitting out, improvement, modification, repair, maintenance. For an example, I told you this ceiling which is there, the ceiling has become very bad. You only get the material, you only get the laborers and get the build material and get the ceiling fixed. Renovation, alteration, commissioning of any is the building an immovable property. Any immovable property, if you construct for me, if you repair for me, if you renovate for me, if you do alteration for me, you are doing what, everyone? Construction, repairing, renovation of a immovable property, in which you gave the material also, in which you gave the service also. You are giving me what? Works contract service. Are we clear, everyone? For an example, the floor which is there is broken. I told you, get all the tiles, get your laborers and repair the floor. Is it work contract service? Yes or no, everyone? Yes, because it is in relation to immovable. Always remember, if you are going ahead and doing anything for anyone, wherein you are giving him material also, you are giving him labor also, and you are making a building for him, you are renovating the building for him, you are going ahead and renovating any immovable property, constructing any immovable property, you are giving him what, everyone? Works contract service. Works contract service is always in relation to immovable property. Are we clear? So if you get people, if you get labor and you get material and you made this building for me, you have given me what? Works contract service. Now, in that service, okay, AC was not working. Is AC movable or immovable? Attached to the building, immovable. You got your labor, you got the material, you repaired the AC. You will give me a bill of works contract service or separate material ka bill and separate labor ka bill? Works contract service. Are we clear? Okay, my laptop, movable, immovable. You got the parts, you only put the labor and you repaired the laptop. My question, is it works contract? No. Works contract is always in relation to immovable property. My machine is there. Machine is attached to the building. Is machine immovable? Machine was not working. You got the laborers, you got the material, you repaired the machine. Works contract service. Do you guys agree with me? Can I go ahead, everyone? Works contract service is always what? In relation to immovable property, and it is always everyone supply of. You repaired the building for me. In the building, when you made the building, 99% was material, only 1% was labor. Supply of goods or supply of service? You made the building for me, 10% material, 90% labor, still supply of. Is my point 100% clear, everyone? People, here we are done with section number 7.1a. Section number 7.1a taught us what, everyone? Supply of goods or supply of. So if something is falling in section number 7.1a, B, AA, and C, we will go ahead and see whether it is supply of goods or supply of. First paragraph, transfer. Yes, everyone. Transfer of title, supply of. Transfer of right in goods, supply of. Service. Hire purchase, supply of goods. Land and building letting out, service. Treatment on process on your goods, supply of service. Business asset, permanently transfer, goods. Temporary transfer, closing pay transfer, goods. Are we clear, everyone? The next paragraph was all supply of service. Renting of immovable property, supply of service. If I do construction for you, service. Temporarily, if I transfer my intellectual property right, permanently transferred, goods. Software designing for you, upgradation for you, service. I went ahead and did. I gave you. I tolerated an act. I agreed first. Agreed to tolerate, refrain, or to do an act, and you gave me the consideration. Supply of service. You should see compensation or consideration. Only consideration, then it will be a supply of. If it's a compensation, it's a mere flow of money, not supply of service. If I give you right to use anything, louder, service. Now full juice. Ah, sir, break. ठीक है. Works contract, supply of service. Restaurant. Sure, everyone. Now we'll do some question answers. Okay, let's take a break, everyone. Everyone, listen. People over here. We are done with section number 7. Now, after the break, we'll continue with section number 7. 2. Let's take a break, everyone. Let's take a break.